When learning about the evolution of humans, or Homo sapiens, is it common to wonder, where did we come from? This is what scientists call the out-of-Africa hypothesis. The fossils we have found show that Homo sapiens began in Africa, then spread outwards into the Middle East, and then onto Europe and Asia. Let's hear what Dr. Rick Potts, director of the Human Origins Program at the Smithsonian, teaches about this.
Well, we find fossil hominins in a variety of places in the world, almost all of them in the Old World, and in fact, all of them that are of an earlier species, leading to Homo sapiens and all related species are coming from Africa, Asia, and Europe. And why there? And that is because we are derived, our lineage, our evolutionary tree, is derived from common ancestors that were based in Africa. And so our closest living biological relatives in our evolutionary group, known as the primates, are chimpanzees, bonobos, gorillas, and they are Africa-based. And so the common ancestor was in Africa. So Africa is a place that's really, really ripe for tremendous fossil discoveries. And so we don't find these fossils in North America because, like all species, that they begin in a pretty limited part of the world and then they spread. So, for example, our own species has an Africa origin, but then spread to other parts of the world. Well, it turns out that there were no early humans that were, evolved in or dispersed to North America or South America or to Australia. And so that's why we don't find very early fossils there. We do, however, find fossils of our own species, Homo sapiens, after 30,000 years ago, some people say after 20,000 years ago in North America, and also some evidence in South America, and also after 65,000 years ago in Australia. That's when our own species then dispersed to those continents, and the same process of fossilization occurred there.
The next question you may have is, are all humans still part of the same species? To answer that question, let's hear from Dr. Bernard Zipfel, curator of the Fossil Vault at Wits University.
A really important take-home message we have from the study of human origins is that we are a single species. Doesn't matter what we look like, we are a single species, Homo sapiens, with a common origin in Africa, across the entire globe. We are one family, regardless of what our skin tone is and what we look like. These are very superficial features that are often really difficult to distinguish if we look at skeletons. And for every single group of humans on Earth, there would be a huge overlap between them that you actually can't tell.
Even if you looked at like the pygmies in the Brazilian rainforest.
Even there, you're going to find people in almost every other population group that could be the same size and the same build. You find that full range of humans, and that these features that we see are very superficial, and often they're over-exaggerated through our culture, our perception, the backgrounds we come from, the communities that we come from.
To summarize, we are all one species that began in Africa and have now spread across the planet. We may live in different parts of the world, but our differences are actually really small.